Hello everybody. So another meal. This was leftovers from last night. I pulled out of the fridge and put it here into my foodie. You can go ahead and use this on your stovetop. Just put it into a pot, a stock pot that will hold your leftover au jus and your beef. This was about 2-3 pound chuck roasts that I had that I needed to use up yesterday, so we kind of already picked at the meat a little bit last night, and so I'm repurposing this and making it more into a beef stew with the leftover meat and the broth. I have added also 3 whole potatoes, and I will warm that up together until those potatoes are fork tender. And last night for the seasoning, when I was preparing my pot roast, I had used these seasonings. You could omit this one and this one and just use your basic salt, pepper, garlic powder. I prefer the garlic powder because then you can control your salt. Don't worry about over seasoning. It's roast beef. It kind of needs some seasoning big time. I would say probably a half a teaspoon of kosher salt I use. I don't use table salt. I use kosher salt. Ground black pepper, shake the can until the top is covered with pepper. And if you don't like pepper, cut it back. That's all on you. And the garlic powder, go ahead and use as much as you like. I prefer just to shake it enough to be on the top. When I covered the roast beefs last night, I covered them about halfway up the sides of the beef, and I pressure cooked mine for an hour and a half, and I let it naturally release this pressure. You can go ahead and do this on your stove also. It'll probably be double the time. You just do it until the pot roast is nice and tender, falling apart. I will be adding these carrots also. I normally use the regular ones you chop and cut. I got a little lazy. These were on sale for 99 cents, so I said go ahead. I don't really care, it's a carrot. Another option also when making this is you can omit the vegetables, and I find if you use the pepperoncinis, a whole jar, and the pepperoncinis of the juice also, dump that in with a pack of just a cheap ranch dressing. It doesn't have to be the Hidden Valley, but just the cheap one, or if you make your own ranch dressing, just that, and a packet of the cheap au jus mix. And it makes what they call a Mississippi pot roast, and it's great to have on hoagie rolls or with a little bit of cheese, provolone cheese melted on that. Other than that, this is going to be dinner tonight, and it's more or less your typical beef stew. So if you like to put frozen peas in it, go right ahead. Anything else is completely up to you, what you normally like to put in your stew. You don't even have to use the russet potatoes. You can use red potatoes, Yukon, whatever you want to use. It's just a meat and potato meal, like any other person would like if they wanted a meat and potato. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to be sauteing this until it comes up to a boil. Then I'll reduce it down to a simmer. You'll do the same thing on your stovetop. You'll just go ahead and bring it up to heat and simmer it. And once those potatoes are done, you're ready to go. And that is with the leftovers. So I will do another one later with how to actually do the initial pot roast. Alright, if you have any questions or comments, just let me know so I can answer them. Just put them in the comment section below. Alright. And this is pretty much what it looks like afterwards. What I have done is went ahead and it's all nice and warmed, and I went ahead and shredded the meat so you can just pour it into a bowl and enjoy with a side of bread and butter or whatever you like, a salad or whatever you like. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.